What's up, fight fans? Welcome to Mr. Mustache MMA News, and today I want to discuss the upcoming main event between Marlon Chito Vera and Cory Sandhagen in the Bantamweight division. But guys, before we get into it, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to continue getting more MMA content by yours truly. All right, guys, getting right into it. We got Marlon Chito Vera taking on Cory Sandhagen in a 5-round main event. Two huge contenders in the Bantamweight division at 135. You got Marlon Chito Vera riding on a 4-fight winning streak, right? Where he has just absolutely decimated Dominic Cruz, decimated Rob Font, took out Frankie Edgar, had a phenomenal fight between him and Davey Grant. He hasn't lost since his fight with Jose Aldo. And that loss that he had with Song Yadong, I really did not think he lost that fight. I really did think that he edged out that fight. He is the only guy to beat Sugar Sean O'Malley. And where he is just right now in his career, man, I mean, Marlon Vera is just at the top of his game. And any mistake these guys make against him, he is able to capitalize, right? I think that kind of shows with his loss on Jose Aldo. Jose really didn't make that many mistakes, didn't really leave any openings for Marlon to capitalize on, because that's kind of what Marlon does. He will take 4, 5, 6, 7 shots, but he will land one that will leave more devastating power than the 7 that you dished out to him. It's insane what type of power he's able to carry at 135. Like, every time he touched Dominic Cruz, Dom was like wobbled, legs went stiff, went down several times in that fight, but Dom outlanded him like 3-4 strikes to 1. Like, I think Dom landed, 100 significant strikes, to where I think Chito only landed about 50 or 60, but Chito, every time he landed on Dom, I mean, it affected him. Every time Dom landed on Chito, it really didn't seem like it did anything. Same thing goes in the Rob Font fight, where like he definitely lost the first 2 rounds. He was getting outboxed. He was getting pieced up. He really didn't have much answer for the slick boxing of Rob Font. But once he was able to find those little openings later on in the fight, every single fucking time he landed, it affected Rob Font. And by the end of that fight, it looked like it wasn't the fact that Rob Font landed so much on Chito Vera. It was just what Chito landed on Font. Font didn't even look human after that fight. And Chito looked like nothing had hit him at all. He looked fine. And he took twice the shots that Rob Font did in that matchup. And to even go again with the Frankie Edgar fight, right, guys? Like, he was losing the first 2 rounds of that fight. You know, he is willing to let the fight come to him. Literally, like, he is so patient to the point where, like, you're biting your nails like, oh, shit, he's got to do something. But 9 times out of 10, he does it, right? All he needs is that one shot against these guys. And going against a guy like Cory Sandhagen, right, who is like a real-life ninja. It's insane. His striking ability, his explosiveness, his flying knees, his cartwheel kicks. I mean, what he's been able to do with his feet, he is like a real-life ninja. It's fucking wild. So Cory Sandhagen, who's dangerous in his own right, coming off of a TKO victory over Song Yadong, where, I mean, they just beat the shit out of each other. But his slick boxing, his ability to just get in and out of the pocket, I mean, his movement, his lateral movement, to be able to get in and out, to be able to touch guys. He's long for the weight class as well. He's got power. I mean, what he did to Frankie Edgar, what he did to Marlon Moraes, like, it was like, oh shit, he has like that touch of death. But he does have a little bit of weakness when it comes to the wrestling. TJ Dillashaw definitely was able to capitalize off of that. Aljamain Sterling made quick work of him. He got him to the ground, took his back, and choked him out in like a minute and a half. But that's, you know, Aljamain Sterling right now is just on a whole nother level. He's the champ for a reason, right? He had that fight against Peter Yan where just Peter Yan was the better man on that night. But, you know, he's fought all the top flight guys and has looked good against every single one of them. He was fucking TJ Dillashaw up on the feet. A lot of people thought he won that fight. But when it came to the wrestling, fighting against the cage, TJ was able to get a lot of control time by utilizing that and taking advantage of that. So I'm really curious to see if Marlon is going to be utilizing a lot of wrestling, fighting against the cage, kind of making Cory wear him, you know, and just wear Cory down per se, right? Because Marlon's going to have to get in. He's going to have to take some shots. What Cory has to do in this fight, his keys to victory, right? He's going to have to stay long. He's going to have to stay at a distance. He's going to have to fight at his distance. He's going to have to keep moving constantly, because Marlon Vera is just going to be marching forward no matter what. So Cory's basically going to have to go in there, hit, not get hit, not get hit. Because any mistake that he makes Marlon Vera is going to capitalize on that. But Marlon Vera as well, right? He's willing to take 4, 5, 6 shots. And against a guy like Cory Sandhagen, I'm interested to see how that chin is going to hold up, right? Because also, everybody's chin is a number, right? Like, I'm curious to see how long this fighting style is going to help Marlon out. But I mean, it's working so far, and he's been able to fuck all these dudes up. It's just like men against boys when it seems like Marlon against these other guys, right? I'm really interested to see what's going to happen moving forward. I love this matchup so much. Then you got Sean O'Malley just waiting in the wings, right? I would love to see the matchup between Cory Sandhagen and Sean O'Malley, especially the rematch between Chito Vera and Sean O'Malley, where Chito got the best of him in the first fight. He had that weird thing with the leg kick, took him down, but once it got down to the ground, man, he threw some fucking elbows on Sugar Sean O'Malley. And, I love how Sean handles the whole thing where he still calls himself undefeated. I think that's hilarious. It's great marketing. But, that's a really good W on Chito's record. And where he's at right now, it's his 4-fight win streak. And then you got Cory Sandhagen, where, he's really kind of his last 2 fights before the Song Yadong fight. I don't know if the TJ Dillashaw, I don't think that was a interim belt fight. I think only the Peter Yan fight was an interim fight. But he's just fought former champions or the top level prospects. So I'm really curious to see what's going to happen if Marlon's going to be able to fight his fight, get in, make it dirty, or if Cory's going to keep it at range and be able to pick him apart, be a ninja, use his kickboxing, use his movement, use his slick boxing, front kicks, side kicks, all that stuff. I'm curious to see what's going to happen. I hate to pick these fights, but gun to my head, I think Marlon's going to get this done. I think right now, his path, he just is just on a different level. He's fighting. I think his why is a little bit more than Cory Sandhagen. The whole Marlon Vera story and where he's come from, I really do think that kind of goes into play when it comes to their heart and their tenacity and their ability to go out there and pull victories, because taking the shots that he has taken and to be able to just walk through them, that really just takes a whole different type of human being. And, gun to my head, I think Marlon Chito Vera is going to take this fight. Regardless, though, with respect to both guys, I can definitely see Cory winning this fight. I can definitely see Marlon winning this fight. I see it going the distance. I see both guys being tough. So, I guess I could say Marlon by decision, and if not, it would be probably about a 4th or 5th round KO for Marlon Vera. Guys, let me know in the comment section what you guys think. I'd love to hear your guys' opinion. Do you guys think Marlon's going to take it? Or do you think Cory the Sandman is going to take it? I'd love to hear your guys' comment section. Guys, Mr. Mustache, MMA News out. Let's fucking go fight, fans.